All right. We are recording, my friend. We're
Fuck
recording.
yes.
We're recording, but we're not. Obviously, we don't have this. We don't have to start the second we hit record. So
Hold on, let me get into character.
yeah.
Hey, what's up, baby?
What is that from?
Anchorman.
I feel bad because I don't like. There's some essential movies that people have this happened. You know what? The first thing I thought of was Caddyshack. I never saw that movie.
Yeah.
There's even horror movies or I was gonna say there's horror movies just like It's a Wonderful Life, and I'm like, wait, that's not a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie, but that was on the same list. It's like It's a Wonderful Life is also another movie I never watched, and even A Christmas Story, like I remember watching it once or twice on TV,
Yeah.
but Megan's like, oh, we watch this every year. Really? I don't remember any Christmas movie that I watched religiously with my family that we needed to watch that wasn't like Jesus or
Yeah.
like God centered.
You're gonna laugh at the movie that me and my brother and sister watch religiously every Christmas. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Ernest Scared Stupid. The fucking Halloween movie.
Are there
I don't know why we watched it, but
are there movies or TV shows that like you and your siblings like, hey, make sure you watch this, or like this is the time of the year that we need to watch this all the way through, and then you just kind of like talk about it with your siblings?
no, not really. But now that Jake and I both have kids, like we want to make sure that they're getting the same treatment that we got like growing up. So we're watching all the stupid movies. Like I just had an Air Bud marathon with Link.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it. Like he just thinks dogs are funny.
Yeah.
But like that shit, so it hits home because the Air Bud movie was I was really pissed about that movie when it came out because the main character's name is Josh. He had a dog named Buddy. I'm Josh. I had a dog named Buddy. So I was joking around with Sarah. I was like, this movie was made about my life. Like, the only downside is my dog, they wouldn't let my dog play basketball. They said it was dumb.
Every time I threw the ball at Buddy, he just ran away from me.
Have you ever seen
damn it?
Have you ever seen a Lasso Opso dunk before? Holy shit.
Quick pause. Could you come a little bit more to the center of the camera? You're like right at the
of
it.
I could move my mic.
Yeah, there you go. Then we can fix it from there. That's nice. So what's nice too, we can cut all this shit out since it's recorded, and we can just keep that shit from the beginning, and then just be like, "Hey guys, welcome to the pod." We just started, and now we have this energy. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, welcome to the pod. This is our first episode. We're introducing ourselves. I'm Tim. That's Josh. It's kind of weird because Josh is on the left side, but I'm doing a lot of the talking. Josh, do you want to do a little intro?
Hi guys, we're gonna be watching Ernest Scared Stupid and reacting.
What is that movie? What is Ernest Scared Stupid?
You haven't seen any of the Ernest movies?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Ernest is this character, just a dude, and he gets into a lot of shit. So there's Ernest in Space, there's Ernest Scared Stupid.
Is there an Ernest Goes to Prison?
No, I don't think so. These were kids' movies.
Maybe that was a Family Guy skit that I saw.
Okay.
Like Ernest goes to like maximum prison. I'm like,
if I were to describe to you, no, it might be. I don't remember that Family Guy skit, but if I were to describe to you Ernest Scared Stupid, it wouldn't like you wouldn't be able to paint a picture. Like it doesn't really make any sense because there's no like Ernest saves an entire town from trolls that want to turn everyone to stone, and their weakness is milk.
Hell yeah. You'd think it'd be like their weakness would be laughter or some shit like that. Something that
No,
like maybe something the town was like, oh, like the troll's weakness is dance. Is the town we're not supposed to we had, especially if it's like Halloween or even a
yeah.
holiday movie, it's like what's lacking? We have to people don't want to celebrate Halloween anymore because it's too scary. It's like the only thing that but you know what can kill these trolls? Milk. It's like, and then the one lady who's been holding off on milk and like, we shouldn't drink milk in this town. Everyone's just like, boo! We need to kill the trolls. I don't know. Like that's what I think about when you tell me like there's a holiday movie.
It would have made more sense if there was just a cow shortage and Ernest is like this cow farmer. You know what I mean? And he's just bringing all these cows to this town like that needs cows. And then trolls attack, and like their one weakness is what he has. You know what I mean? That would make more sense than just
like
some random dude saving an entire town.
And if Ernest was also like he was also scared of cows, like kind of like bring it all the way around. He's like Ernest has to fight his insecurity or what insecurity?
Yeah,
he has to fight his fear towards cows, and
he does have a lot of fears. You know what else? As a kid, hilarious movie. Totally makes sense. As an adult, makes zero sense. It's a really dumb movie. And I just realized Ernest has a multiple personality disorder.
Explain to me
He's
the
schizophrenic.
character.
He's schizophrenic. He just transforms into random characters.
Explain
He'll be like a woman in one scene.
What?
When you're trying to think of Ernest, think of a really funny grade school janitor.
Okay.
That's Ernest.
So it's like maybe like a character that the kids already find funny, and he just does funny things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you ever note like talking about like janitors and stuff? Like, did you take the bus? Like for some reason, I was just thinking like school jobs. I know it's a weird transition, but like someone was talking about. Bus. Did you have a female driver at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were they big, old?
Big, old, mean.
Yes.
She had a mustache.
Yeah.
She had a full-blown gray mustache.
I don't know what it is with the female bus drivers, but someone made I was listening to somebody and they made a point that like if you had a female bus driver, they were old, mean, and you know, they didn't want to pull up with your bullshit. Like how many years have you been doing this job that you had to yell at me? But I had to take the bus I never really took the bus until high school. Then I only did that for 2 years and then I had to stop.
Yeah, I took the bus a lot from junior high on. Grade school I could just walk there. Like school's like right down the street. But after that it was always bus.
All 3 of my schools I could walk.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which sucked. Because then I don't get rides. I don't get rides to
especially cold out.
Yeah, especially when it's cold out. Like I had to my elementary school was up north, my middle school was west, and then my high school, they built the high school. So they just built that big ass fucking high school, and lo and behold, it was goddamn walking distance. I'm like, fuck. Like, why is it all 3 of my schools I can comfortably walk to? Even having to ride my bike too, like that was kind of a pain in the ass because then I'd get to school and I'd be all sweaty.
Yeah, I tried riding my bike to junior high once. It seemed a lot quicker in a car. Because like one day I was like, I'm gonna ride my bike to school, Dad. He's like, okay, you know, all right. Like he just trusted me, so I did it, and I'm like, I forgot this was like 15 miles. I was like, I got to school, was like so sweaty. I had a coat on. Like it was like the 6th grade, so I had like 100 books. I was like carrying this huge ass backpack. My face was just sweaty and red. And, like I got there and I was like, Oh, never do that again. Like I could see, like as I got there, my bus got there, and I'm like, I left a half an hour before my bus left. My bus had enough time to pick up every student that it was gonna pick up, and I left before it. They still got to school before me.
Yeah, I remember having to go because if you get to school early, you can hang out at the lunchroom and kind of like hang out with your friends. You can get
we
some
had
breakfast.
to hang out outside.
Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, so you can hang out. You hung out outside first. Like if you were
Okay.
really early, you can hang out outside, and then when you get inside the into the school, they gave like for anyone who was really early, they can pick up some breakfast. I mean, the breakfasts were only like what, an apple and maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that, and some milk.
That's way more sophisticated than my school.
Did you guys have like breakfasts that they
No.
offered to the students? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
we were just sitting outside until we can go to our lockers and then go to our class.
Mhm.
And by the time we get to our classroom, everyone's just like, just like freezing still.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. So they opened the cafeteria up for people to get breakfast, but the thing is that you are still subjected to the first period bell. So if it was a big line or anything like that, you can't you weren't allowed to be like, you couldn't say like, oh, I was getting breakfast or something like that. They were like, no, fuck you. You are late. And I remember I was like really hungry one day, and I was like, I need to get some breakfast. And like I remember there's a big line. I was like, I don't give a shit, whatever. And a second the 5-minute warning bell came on, everybody just ran. Everybody just picked up they just like left their shit, and then they ran. I was like, no, I'm hungry. I need to eat something. So I ended up paying for like a Pop-Tart or some shit like that, and I just like briskly walked over because I was always late for class anyway. So
yeah,
like, well, what? Oh, this one day I'm gonna be late for class, but also have some nutrition. But I was thinking, now that we're talking about growing up and school and stuff, that'd be a great segue into our little bit of introducing ourselves to the audience.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes to that. Yes.
So, just
how do I send this to you?
Yeah, just as a preface.
Yeah.
Josh and I wrote a 3-paragraph intro of the other person with who we are, what we're looking for, and a little bit of stuff in the middle. So what I'm thinking, I can send you yours first, so you can go first.
Okay.
And then I'll go second. So I'll send this to you. Yeah,
that actually makes sense on how I wrote mine. So
okay, cool. All right, so I'll send this to you first on Discord, and you can just read it off of not Discord. Or you want to do it on Discord or Facebook?
Just send me did you like write a Word document or something?
I could. I didn't. I did a Word document like Word.
Yeah, just send me that document.
Send you the document? Okay.
Yeah. Now I'll send you mine.
That makes sense. What was I thinking? That totally makes sense.
Yeah, I sent you mine. Don't open it yet.
Thank you. Let me see if I can send you this. How do
I had to like double check that I was sending it to the right Tim. I'm like, this would be because I just named it Tim's intro for butthole. That'd be really awkward to explain. Because I don't mention, I really don't mention your last name until it was like the very beginning.
See if you can open mine. Let me see if I can open yours though.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're about the same length. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna like barely read. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You put my last name.
Yep. All right. Let me blow this up. It's kind of tiny. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. I'm on standby for you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Josh. Tim and I met when we both attended Westwood College for game art and design. I'm now a 3D artist, and I live alone with my amazing wife, son, and dog. I love playing video games and driving my Tesla around. Dramatically. Okay. I don't know how to do this dramatically. I am a mighty man with a history of victories that are too long to list. My name is Josh. Rings across the plains like a bell that tolls the end of days. My body blocks out the light of the sun. Those who I let live gets to do so in the cold darkness that is my shadow. Also, I just changed my mind and I decided to tell you about the list of victories. And that is, I changed my mind back and decided to stop telling you about my victories because I have the ability to do that. Anyways, I'm really excited to start this pod with my buddy Tim. Being able to share my thoughts while at the same time hang out with my buddies sounds like a blast. People are going to find out how contagious our laughs are and how we will laugh at anything. I look forward to opening a dialogue about our interests that include movies, TV shows, sports, and of course, video games, whatever that is. Video games.
Of course, video games, whatever that is. Oh my god! You read the dramatic part. You didn't even list your 3 victories. Did you just like skip over that?
Oh, list 3 victories. Oh, so that's the part where I had to improvise.
Yeah.
Damn it!
You like skipped over that. I'm like, oh
yeah.
man.
Let me try that again.
Okay. Oh, you want to record that? Okay. Let me grab a towel real quick. Hold on.
I was not prepared for improv.
I was fucking cracking up. Holy shit, I was fucking cracking up, dude. Yes. Oh, I forgot it. Coffee.
Holy shit! I didn't realize how long talking was until my voice is hurting.
Oh.
Hagum.
It probably didn't help that when you went dramatic, you like were. It was
I changed my voice up.
Yeah, that was probably my bad too.
Oh, my brother just sent the matching pajamas that they did. Photos that they did
Aww.
at school.
That's awesome. All right, so did you want to try it again, or do you want me to go?
No, I want to try it again.
Okay, go for it.
I actually want to do that part.
Oh, okay, just that second paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Drive a Tesla around. I am a mighty man with a history of victories that are too long to list. The name Josh rings across the plains like a bell that tolls the end of days. My body blocks out the light of the sun. Those who I let live get to do so in the cold darkness of that is my shadow. Also, I changed my mind and I decided to tell you about my list of victories. My first battle victory was against 1,000 babies.
Super easy.
It was an easy victory. But it did not come without its terrible, terrible casualties. Because I had to meet those parents. And then I had to battle those parents. That was my second victory.
I battled the parents.
They wanted a vengeance that I killed all their babies. But I didn't kill them. I just trapped them. But I had to kill the parents. And then I had to kill the babies. That was my third victory. Because they grew up and they wanted vengeance on their parents.
What all those babies were thinking, I don't know, but I won.
They were teenagers at that point. And I had to tell each one of them that I killed their parents because they thought that I killed them. That was my third victory. 3 victories. I killed an entire generation. And that's it. That's my only 3 victories. I changed my mind back and decided to stop telling you about my victories because I have the ability to do that.
Cool. Nice. Dude. Oh, shit. All right. Oh, that was great. All right, so my turn?
Yeah.
All right. I need to wipe my face again. Holy fuck. I'm crying.
I'm going to apologize ahead of time because
Yeah.
I wrote the whole thing kind of trying to make you laugh.
Oh, okay. No, it's all good. Did you follow though the like
Yeah.
intro first? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hi everyone. I am Tim DeLeon, the host with the moist. I mean most. Fuck you, Josh. You already got me. Can we Can we edit that out? I am funny, sarcastic, and witty. My co-host, on the other hand, is 10 times funnier than I am, so expect a lot of laughs from me every time he talks. We love to laugh and cry, but mostly laugh. Damn it, there I go again. Mostly laugh. Jesus H. Christ, my mind is in the gutter. Anyway, that's me in a nutshell. Boy howdy, am I ready to get this show going. How about you, Josh?
Yeah.
When we were talking Fuck. When we were talking about doing a podcast, my voice Dude, this whole thing is cracking me up. My voice thought was, Tim, do your best impression of Tim. Gee, I sure hope I am as cool as Josh. The answer to that question is I am not. but I have got to be gosh darn close. Oh well. I'm glad I remembered to wear a diaper. God damn it. I am glad I remembered to wear a diaper today, because Josh always makes me pee my little panties, because he is so funny. He makes spending time in my butthole fun. God fucking damn.
Oh my god.
Hopefully one day when he is done taking care of it. Dude, every line is cracking me up, dude. What the fuck? Hopefully one day when he is done taking care of that ugly crotch goblin he calls his son, so we can do more streams and podcasts. Holy fuck! My balls itch. What the fuck? My balls itch. Edit that out, please. That's it. Megan, get over here. She's not home.
I know.
Get over here. I want you to know that Josh and I are getting back together, and you need to make room for him because you can't get rid of him that easily. Glad I got that out of the way. Before we get started, I wanted to talk about what I want to get out of this podcast. I look forward to hearing people say how great our podcast is and how awesome I am. Remember, I am Tim, and I always say shit like this. I also look forward to more spots on the podcast where I can just be true and honest about myself to everyone without any repercussions. Thank you for listening to us, and let's get this shit started. Bro. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Dude, your second paragraph got me. Dude,
I was like, just go. I wanted to get all these things that I've never ever heard you say.
It reminds me, I just watched Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
And it's that one scene where they're texting each other, or either emailing each other or instant messaging each other, and he's just like, get that, you gotta get that puss while you still can. Hot damn.
Hot damn.
And he goes back to these, he thinks it's you, he thinks it's you.
Holy shit.
That was our intro. I thought that was gonna be a funny bit, and man, I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong. No, that was...
Holy shit.
That was great, dude. I'm fucking tearing up.
Tears.
I'm fucking tearing up, dude.
Oh. I feel lightheaded. Mm-mm.
Only been 24 minutes. Well, I don't know how.
Mm.
Maybe 20 minutes. Because like, I start, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? School?
Yeah.
I remember my gym teacher gave me a nickname.
Uh-huh.
And he was just like, everybody call you Timbuktu? And I'm like,
Oh my god.
of course they have. I'm going to call you that now. Okay, whatever. I just like, I don't know if somebody tries to make fun of me in terms of like, of something specific, I just ignore it. And I think it worked with my teacher. Was my teacher bullying me? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. I think my teacher was bullying me.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot of that. Because between 6th and 7th grade, I moved to a completely different school in like a completely different town. And no one ever moves to this town. Like I was the new kid my entire time living there. That's how
So like
that's
nobody
how
else,
many.
yeah, okay.
No
So
one ever moves there.
I see what you're saying. So like nobody knew, like you were
Yeah.
always you were the newer kid. Okay.
Yeah, I was always
For how many
at,
years?
from 7th to the end of high school.
Jesus Christ, 6 years?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So I got picked on a lot, especially about my name. Like a lot of the stuff that they picked on me about was always really dumb, stupid stuff that like at the end of the day, I just brush it off
nice
like
shoes, dude.
Yeah, like I dressed pretty nice. Like my mom bought me like really good clothes. Like it was all Abercrombie and stuff, and I always felt like not in my skin. Like I didn't feel like I was dressing like I was who I am. It's just the clothes my parents got me. So I was act like everyone treated me like a prep, but I was definitely not a prep.
Oh, so you would wear like the polos with the khaki shorts and shit?
Yeah. Everyone just thought I was this big sports guy. So like when I first moved there, everyone put me into basketball and soccer and like baseball and like me, that shit doesn't stick. I don't fucking give two shits about sports.
Yeah, you're like Abercrombie Finch, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna play some lacrosse?" You're like, "No, I just want to fucking watch Ninja Turtles, dude. Like, leave me alone. I want to fucking play Pokemon." Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that means you moved at the same time that like, yeah, like the Pokemon, Digimon, like all the collectible stuff was happening. Like, did you already have a collection by the time you?
Yeah, I was huge into Pokemon pretty much my entire grade school. And then junior high, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like we were still collecting Pokemon cards in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
But that kind of just stopped when I went to Streeter. Like
Did they ban Pokemon cards?
No.
Like us? Yeah, they banned it 6th grade. Because like I can't remember what. So it was at the time when like the booster packs and stuff were happening. Because I remember we were just talking about the morning lunch table and shit. And I remember we were taking out our cards and we're showing them to each other. And then one of the teachers, the science teacher, came up to us and she's like, "Oh, you guys are playing Pokemon also. My son's playing that too." And she goes, and he has all three. He has Machop, Machamp, and Machoke. And I'm like, cool. That comes with the pack, like, because, when we were kids, we knew that.
Starter
like,
pack,
yeah, that came with the starter pack. Everybody has that. But, at the time, it's just like, yeah. Oh, no, at the time, we're just like, ooh, like, your kid plays, like trying to feign interest. But I think it wasn't even long after that when they said, okay, no more Pokemon cards in school, because apparently, like, stories were going around that the kids were gambling with them.
Oh,
kind of, what I mean? Like
that,
they were doing stuff and they were betting their Pokemon cards to each other there. So at the time they said, okay, let's squash this right now. No Pokemon cards at school. But then people were just like, I'll just bet you, like when we get home, I'll just give me the Charizard or whatever like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
You said you got a Charizard too, right?
Yep, my first pack.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Damn it. Tell me the story.
Yeah, dude. So in the 6th grade, right when it started, all my friends got it before me. Like I was
Charizard?
like witnessing. No, all my friends got Pokemon cards before me.
Oh.
Like I was just witnessing it.
Everyone's pulling Charizards. Holy fuck.
Yeah. I was just like watching everyone. I'm like, oh man, I really want these, but they're like $4, $3.99 a pack or something like
Hold
that.
on.
Then
So like I was just
Mm.
imagining just like this just in like the news is like new fad coming out of Josh's town. Everyone's pulling fucking Charizards
Except for Josh.
except for Josh, and there's a real fucking problem.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, it's just like I witnessed all these people, and like I told my mom that I really wanted to get Pokemon cards, like a pack of Pokemon cards, and she came and picked me up from school that day, and she had a stack of Pokemon cards, and I was like, oh, no way! I'm like, I like opened them in the car, like I
Mhm.
was so excited. And she's like, you can't wait till you get home. I'm like, no. She's like, what if you lose them? I'm like, I don't care. Like I just gotta open them now.
Yeah.
The first pack I pulled, I was like sifting. I was like reading every card,
Yeah.
like so religiously. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
awesome Pokemon Trainer! That's such a cool card." Like next,
This is it.
Caterpie.
This
Got
is
Caterpie.
wait. This is your first like booster pack?
Yeah, my first ever booster pack.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I was like super excited.
dude!
Um, and then yeah, I put the at the end it was a holographic Charizard, and I was
Who,
like
dude?
I was like, oh, dude, that this is what is in my first pack. I can't wait to see what. I didn't get anything else, and I got like a holographic Electabuzz. Which
So
was pretty cool.
so growing up, you know, oldest and first generation American, right?
Mhm.
Um, did you have
Mm.
trouble explaining to your parents what the starter pack and what the booster packs were, and that they're not the same thing?
No.
No, yeah. So I had to. I remember having to explain to my mom, I like, I need a booster. I need a starter pack first, and then the booster pack. Because growing up, my mom was really like the person who was kind of like holding, like in charge of all the finances and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So if we wanted to buy something or if we wanted to spend something, we had to convince her. We had to convince my mom that we wanted it. And so I think at the time we were just at Walgreens or something like that. And you know, hearing about the Pokemon cards, I see it because it's like the first thing, you know, it's one of the biggest things, so it's the first thing you see when you go to Walgreens. I said, Mom, can I get a booster pack or can I get a starter box and so I can play with my friends? She sees it and she's like, oh, why don't you just get one of these? And it's just the booster pack for what, like $2, something like that.
Yeah.
I said, oh, Mom, that's not the same thing. I need the starter pack is the one with all the cards, and you know I can actually play. She's like, okay, well you can only get one. All right, well I just got the starter pack, and I never got like any card game that I played at that age, like the 7th through like high school age. I only got the starter pack, and
Oh,
if
yeah.
I wanted other cards, I stole them. I stole them from my neighbors or other kids who might be visiting and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's just one of those. It's just like I couldn't like I get so jealous, and I want those cards, and let alone you know, Polly and my sister and my brother were also at that age to play the game, so they needed their own starter packs. You know.
Oh, okay.
So I would get one, my sister would get the other, and then my brother would get, you know, whatever his choice was, because it's always 2 at a time, right? The
Yep.
starter packs are always 2 at a time. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those things where it's like we all got it. Like even the Pokemon games, we each got the Pokemon game. We each got our Game Boy. We had to take care of it.
Yep.
And
That's how me and my brother were.
yeah.
Like he'd always get the exact opposite one that I got. Like he didn't really care, but I cared. Like when Red and Blue came out, I'm like, I want the one with Charizard on it. Like that's mine. Jake's like, okay, I guess I'll get the blue one. You know.
Was your sister also at that age? Because I think
No.
no, she wasn't at the age to join you
Mm-mm.
guys.
No, not yet.
No. Yeah, it was me. It was me and my sister and my brother who would, whenever one of those card games would come out or like one of those fads. Because like
Mhm.
I was just thinking about this too. Did you play with yo-yos in like the 5th
Yeah.
grade? You did
Yep.
yo-yos also.
Yeah,
Oh.
the guy came to our school.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, a guy came to our school and was like, did this whole yo-yo routine. And we're like, oh, awesome. Then he handed out pamphlets where you can buy like really nice yo-yos, and I took it home and showed my
Omega?
dad. Yeah, Yo Mega.
You Omega, dude.
I showed my dad, and like the yo-yos in there were like $40 or something crazy
Jesus.
stupid. My
Oh.
dad's like, no, 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 no,
Huh.
we're not getting that. And
Huh.
then I came home the very next day, and he got me like a brain. It was like one of the brain yo-yos,
Yeah, yeah.
and like it was just as good. I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this one. So I
Huh.
had that one for fucking ever.
Yeah, in fifth grade, that was we didn't have somebody come in and I guess demo yo-yos to us. It was,
Yeah,
I
dude,
think,
it was so fucking weird.
yeah,
Cause like, yeah, we usually have like in grade school we had like a little gymnasium that we would go when there's like presentations and stuff, and it was mostly like cops coming in to do dare and stuff. You know what I
sure,
mean?
yeah, yes, yes.
And then we had jump rope for heart like come in that
Dare,
was also sponsored by Dare.
yeah.
And
Wait,
then
what was it? What was the thing? Sorry.
jump rope for heart.
Jump rope for
Yeah, it was like it was a volunteer thing that you could donate money for heart disease and stuff. So they had like a jump rope competition, which I got second place.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Derek Holt beat me. You hear this, Derek Holt? I remember that shit.
You
It was just down to
motherfucker.
you and me.
Wait,
Dude,
were
he
you
did
guys
he
just,
didn't break a sweat. He didn't break a sweat.
were you guys like jump roping like side by side and just wait
Yeah.
until the other person? Oh,
The entire school started
in
jump
front
roping
of
at the
everyone.
started jump roping at the same time, and then it boiled down to like 6 people, and then it was like school was over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like it was
Oh,
just me and Derek, and we're just like, I'm like, my face is red. Everyone's watching me, and I tripped up, and everyone's like, oh,
aw.
and then yeah, Derek won. He got like a fucking gym bag full of jump rope for heart goodies.
You get to take home the jump rope you used.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like all bunch of stuff like that. And the yo-yo guy came in. There was like a juggling dude that came in and tried selling juggling stuff, and this is such a weird time to remember that. Like growing up, because then didn't it's like that's no big deal. But now I'm like, I think they do that anymore. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Just some
Just
random dude.
that I was just talking to Megan about
Mm,
this, and I know it's like one of those memes that are going around, but honestly, if they started catering commercials that we watch on stream, like Hulu and all that other shit, if they start catering the commercials to toys, like if they ask us, how old are you before, like when you set up your profile on like Hulu or some shit, if they ask,
mhm.
or what is it, Peacock has the
Yep.
commercials. If they ask you how old you are and they ask you what your interests are, if they started giving me commercials on toys, like
Mhm.
on whatever Nerf's up to now, I
Mhm.
would be like, I should save some money up so I can get that at my next paycheck. Like I would seriously be contemplating like I should look this up on Amazon and like try to get, like, if you want our generation to start buying shit, like I don't know what it was. We were watching the Blues game the other night,
Yeah.
and I don't know how many fucking car commercials came on. How many goddamn car commercials, like I'm still kind of wondering who is tempted to buy a car based off
Yeah.
of a car commercial.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what deals you have.
No.
$2,000 rebate for I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
How many cars do you think people go through in a lifetime? Maybe 4, maybe 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I see one of those car commercials, it's like, even your monthly payment would only be $785. I'm like, that's a paycheck.
Yeah, that's a whole goddamn paycheck. Are you fucking kidding me? No, thank you. He's like,
Pass.
yeah, and your credit needs to also, you need to also apply your. I'm like, what?
You only need to put $80,000 down.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't know how out of touch these commercials are.
Yeah.
That they think, but if you give me a toy commercial, like if you told me that Yomega is still around and they're still making yo-yos, and here's the
Yes.
new yo-yo, I'm like, holy shit, it's still out. I'm gonna spend some money to get the new yo-yo. I'll get to just to see how it is. Like, I'm taller now. I don't have to cut the string to my height anymore. Probably. Yep. I am still kind of short, so I might have to cut it a little bit, but
I bought a professional yo-yo.
When?
Just like not like a couple years ago. Like when we went to lockdown. Like we went to lockdown and I saw an ad for yo-yos and I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. So I
Was
bought
lockdown?
it. No, when we had quarantine.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, so like everyone had to work at home. So I like there would be times where I'm just like I don't want to look at a screen. I hit render on something. I have like 30 minutes to kill, so I'll just bust out a yo-yo and just start, let my
Oh,
muscle memory come back to me, and I'll do
yeah,
like the Eiffel Tower, and then I'll
yeah.
do like like the rocket.
But you
It's
could
like
you know how to do the Eiffel Tower?
yeah,
I could rock the cradle. And that was and like walk the dog, and I think there was another trick where like I think around the world that one's easy, but
yeah, around
like
the world.
there was one where
I
like
can't do it in here though.
yeah, I
My
think there was
ceiling's too short.
like one of the coolest tricks I did was it was the you let it stall down and then you
Hmm.
grab it in the middle and you make a loop like with the string in the middle and then
Yeah.
you like pull the yo-yo up and then you take the string and you like wrap it around the yo-yo and it like whips back into your hand.
Oh yeah.
I think that was like the coolest one that I like learned how to do, but I hurt. It was funny because like I practiced with that yo-yo so many times, my finger turned
Yeah.
purple.
Turn purple, yeah.
And then I had to like move the string, like I had to move the string somewhere in in the like in between so that my finger could stop, so I could get some circulation on my finger.
Yep, yep. I had a piece of Velcro wire wrap that I
What the
took from my
fuck?
dad
Yeah.
that I wrapped around my finger when I was a kid, and then I
Yeah.
put the yo-yo string on that, and like it's 1,000 times better. I don't know if I like invented that or if I saw someone do it, but like I cannot. I have Velcro wraps like all
What?
over my desk
Yeah. What's the
it
like the Velcro wraps
to
just for your
tie wires
wires?
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So I
have
just
some.
put that around my finger, and then I put the yo-yo string around that, so it
I have a
doesn't like tighten. It doesn't go tight around your finger.
Velcro wrap
Yep.
right here.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like that. Yep.
On my mic.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember some of the other fads. Oh, what about paper airplanes? Was paper airplanes ever a fucking thing at your school?
Yeah, but we didn't have a guy come and show us.
Yeah, I know.
So that would have been really weird.
That
Buy
would-
this paper.
Yeah.
This Dunder Mifflin paper. Look at this, man.
And it takes a while.
$70. It makes the best airplane.
And it also takes a while to fold the paper too. So it's like,
Yeah.
if there was a guy that's demoing it, he just has a fresh stack of paper, and he's just like,
He's just like, oh,
Just-
oh shit. Hold on. Another one.
ow, 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 ow. He like,
Paper cut.
Ow, shit. Ow, okay. Sorry. Wait,
Time out. No one's timing you, dude.
he has like a book because like at the time he's then I fold the corners and I skipped that part. Shit.
All the kids are.
Hold on, guys. I'm too high for this. You have a guy coming to school.
He has a Dare shirt on too.
Yeah, he's fucking wasted.
Hey kids.
Just throw this. Just make this paper go fly. Go woo. My sister.
You ever seen Airplane, kids?
This one's paper. Just throws
This
it
is
at a
made
kid.
on paper.
Oh my
You could have that. You could keep it.
So, what are you guys learning?
The teachers are all in the back, just like, did we get him out of here? He's not supposed to be here.
Like the one lady with the clipboard's like touching him in the shoulder, just making sure he's okay. He's like, oh, what was that?
He's doing this entire speech from the prone position, just laying on the ground.
He has the microphone up to his lips. He's like, guys, I made some bad decisions. Guys, I am 24 years old. It's like the worst story. My mom and dad are gonna kill me. I don't know what to tell them when they pick me up today.
Wait,
Your
is
school
that our
asked me
principal?
what your school asked me what my talent was. I said I could probably fold some paper and throw it at some kids. They're like, "Hey." Anyway,
Yeah,
when's lunch?
I never got really good at like origami or anything. It was always an interest. Like I had a book on origami, I think.
My sister went on I think maybe a month or 2 month long road trip with my parents and her best friend at the time. And she was telling it was just them. Like they were, I don't know why. I think I ended up just staying with my cousin for their little road trip that they were doing. and my sister was telling us like stories of they were holding up paper airplanes and kind of just like throwing them whenever they get to a rest stop and stuff. And I think they were at the Mall of America. They ended up in Minnesota for some reason. And she was telling me about how she made an airplane that when she threw it, it looped up and then came back to her and she can catch it and she can keep throwing it back, like keep throwing it
Whoa.
to herself. And I was like, that's awesome. And I asked her to make it again. She said, or because, it's paper, so it broke.
Yeah.
And I asked her to make it again. She couldn't make it again. She couldn't make the paper airplane. And her friend kept trying to make the same plane, but she said she couldn't get the folds the same way. And I said, you're probably lying. All right, when we were kids, we lied. We lied about shit,
dude.
Right?
Dude,
give me one.
Don't even get me started, dude.
Give me one. Besides,
I'm a fucking compulsive liar.
Well, tell the Ghostbusters. What the fuck is Goosebumps? Don't skip the Goosebumps. The R.L. Stein one.
Oh yeah, the R.L. Stein dad. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get back to that one, but give me a fresh one. Give me a fresh lie.
Grand Theft Auto 3 just came out.
Okay.
Right.
How old? What? Paint me the picture. Paint me the scene.
It was 2001, and it was right after the World Trade Center.
Yeah, 9/11.
Right? Yeah.
Fuck. I was about to say that.
Yeah, it was right after that because the manufacturing delays from the World Trade Center attack really affected everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Grand Theft Auto 3 ended up getting delayed.
Hmm.
I said I got an early copy to the kids on the bus.
Yeah.
And I beat it.
Holy shit.
Let me remind you, I've never beaten a Grand Theft Auto game. Today. Still today, I've never beaten one.
Yeah, that would have been 8th grade, right?
Yeah. I wanted to be so cool.
What were the effects of this lie? What happened? Were the kids
those
like
kids
really? Yeah.
remembered that forever.
Okay.
Because like later on, I was like, "Oh,
you were still in that town." You said that, until the end of high school, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh," they would like see me. They're like, "Oh, hey, that's the guy that said he beat Grand Theft Auto before it even came out."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he said he had he had it before it came out right after that national tragedy. It's like everyone's correlating 9/11 with your GTA 3 lie.
Yeah. It was so dumb. Like after I said that, like I got home later that after school because it was like I made that lie on the way to school.
Yeah.
And like I got home, I'm like, why did I fucking say that? Like, I don't need to be cool to these people that I'm telling it to. Like, it was just the way that I was able to get in on that conversation because they were talking about Grand Theft Auto.
But also, if the lie is that outrageous, outlandish, people are listening to you. You're like a kid. You all of a sudden you have the attention of everybody who is around the area.
I was addicted to it. I was addicted to lying. I still am. Like, I still love.
You gaslight the shit out of me all the time.
I love lying. Like, it's like one of my favorite things to do.
You're talking about it as if like you're not doing it anymore. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I love it. Like it's one of my things.
I used to lie also as a kid, but it wasn't just to get the attention of everybody around me. I think it was like just to get the attention of the one person I was talking to. Like that I was the one. Like I'm the one with all this information, and if I leave them with a little cliffhanger, they'll want to come back and talk to me again.
Yeah.
Because it was at the time, it was in 5th grade when this was like a big thing that I was doing. And I know I mentioned this on stream, but I'll mention this for the pod. But I moved around a lot. I lived in New York, I lived in Jersey, and then Jersey around 4th grade, I moved to Illinois. But then when we were in Illinois, we moved again. So I changed schools a lot. And by the time we were in 5th grade, we were kind of like settled. Like, like my parents put it in our head. My mom, because she was the one in charge of finance, she put it in our head. we're done. We're
No
not
more
moving
moving.
it. Yeah, no more moving. We're not staying. We're not staying at that house anymore. We're staying here. They got really excited when they were able. It was a big deal because the house that we moved into, they were actually able to build, and it was at the time when the neighborhood was just becoming big.
I mean,
So, like,
yeah.
we were the only house in the area, and it was our house and the neighbors next to us. We're still good friends with that neighbor, by the way. The neighbor next to us, and it was just our two houses, maybe two or three, and everything else was just dirt and dirt mound. Dirt.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was just dirt hills. Even where that school is, where that high school is, it was just barren. It was nothing over there. And so, once I had it in my mind that, okay, we're settled, we're rooted here, this is where we're going to be, let me go ahead and start lying. Let me start lying and just start making friends. I didn't know how to make friends, man.
Yeah, me neither.
Growing up, I didn't know, like, how do I show what kind of person I am? Do I not show what kind of person I am? Do I show my interests? Do I not show my interests? Will they make fun of me? Will I be shunned if we, or also do I just follow along with what these kids are doing? You know what I mean? Like, when we move, I was the new kid. I don't think there was like a fad at the time until Pokemon came out. And that was like the biggest, like, now I'm part of the group, now I'm part of the class, because now we all get to share in this experience, this anime, this game, this card game that they are literally bombarding us as kids. Play this game, watch the show, and then if you don't, you are fucking weird. And it affected boys and girls. I was actually going to make that point with the Yomega Yo-Yo, is like, some of the girls played with them, mostly it was boys, but then sometimes they would, but at the same time, I'm assuming they would bombard the girls with commercials with the same thing, like, get this so that way you can be popular too, like the fucking Skip It or that hula hoop stuff. Because I was thinking about it, my sister really wanted those toys for the same reason that I wanted those Pokemon cards. She wanted to, like, that's what her friends were getting and playing with together, and so she wanted the same thing. I was just thinking about that, like, so I would lie just so that I could get the attention of whoever I was talking to. I have a buddy. Sorry, I went on a tangent, but let me give you the example. So I have a buddy who I told them, because in the Pokemon game, there was a couple in the game that they're towns away from each other. And I told my buddy that if you get those couples together, you get Mew or something like that. I can't remember. You get some kind of Pokemon, because I think I got Mew because we had a visitor come to the house and they just so happened to have a Game Shark, and he gave me a Mew. And so when I came to school, like, I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to show everyone in class I have a Mew. Nobody else has one. And I'm going to be the fucking star. Like, everyone's going to ask me how I did it. And so, everyone's asking me, and this one guy, like, I didn't want to tell anybody, but this one guy was really hounding me. He was, like, following me around the playground. He was, like, pulling on my shirt. He's like, Tim, tell me how you got it. I was like, okay. And so I told him, like, if you get those two couples in the game together, you'll get a Mew. Like, that was my lie. I know there was other lies about the Mew, like, under the truck and shit like that, but this was mine. This was my lie. If you get them together, he's like, okay, how do you do it? And, like, he was asking me, like, you gotta tell me. Like, stop doing things. Sit down and tell me. So I told him I had to come up with something, and I told him, all right, if you get the spike attachment for your bike, you can push the guy from the town all the way down to her, and eventually, like, you have to do it in a time limit too, and if you don't get it, then you have to start all over. And this is where you get the chain, and this is how you attach it, this is where you find the guy, this is where you find the girl. And he's like, okay. And so, like, eventually he, like, left me alone. and then he came back, I think the next day, he said, I couldn't get where's the spikes? I was like, I don't know, man, maybe they took it off. like they patched it somehow. Like, I was the one that I had a broken game that
Only
I could,
you can get it.
yeah, only I could get it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that was my lie. And I don't know. I'm still talking to that buddy of mine actually from
Yeah.
5th grade. Like I have a friend on Facebook. I don't know if
That was a pretty easy out though.
What do you think?
Like you were able to recover from that lie pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, with the Grand Theft Auto 3 lie,
Yeah,
because that game eventually came out, and I had to ride that bus with those same kids.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, Josh, how'd you get past this part?" You know what I told them every time that they would ask me?
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to
Figure it
spoil
out.
it.
Yeah, figure it out.
I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
Did you
It's
play
really
it?
awesome though.
Did you
I played
eventually
it. Yeah, I got it the day it came out.
You just
I didn't
never
get it
beat
before. Yeah, I just never beat it.
I don't think I've ever beat a GTA game either.
No, it's a sandbox. Like it's fun to play in the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
you're
the
right.
second you remind me that there's a story to it, I'm like, there's so much other cooler things to do. Like when my buddy was like, "Oh, you haven't even got to the second island in Grand Theft Auto 3?" I'm like, "There's a second island?" So not only did I never get to the second, I got to the second island, but using cheats because you can make cars fly in that game. So I would just fly the car.
This was back then when the cheats were online and you just had to enter a certain code, right?
I wrote those cheats like when you take the pamphlet out of the back,
Mm-hmm.
like out of the disc.
The
like,
disc tray, yep.
You could. I just wrote the cheat codes on the inside of that and then slide it back in. Yeah.
Did you do the same thing for like Mortal Kombat finishers?
Yeah. Well, Mortal Kombat was different because I was really into the strategy guides that they would give out. So it'd give you their entire move list, like all their fatalities, and it'd have like 30 pages in the back just about the development of the game. That really got me going.
Yeah. I never really got into those magazines. Like, I remember when I'm going to talk about growing up again. I do like that we keep talking about growing up, but then it always goes back to video games and playing games and shit like that. It's like
so many of my core memories are tied to when video games came out.
Exactly. Yeah, same thing. Same. So like it was it was the same time when we're settling to live here in Illinois. My growing up, even from Jersey, even from New York and all that shit, we were always part of a Christian group called the Blanks for Christ. So depending on your age group, you can go starting is like Kids for Christ, and then it's like Youth for Christ, and which is like the teens, and like growing up, and then Singles for Christ, which is like you're not a teen anymore, but you're also not married, and then Couples for Christ, and then like Seniors for Christ, shit like that. It was mostly like a very Filipino, Filipino-based Christian group, right?
Okay.
And growing up, I was always part of the Kids for Christ over in Jersey, and then when we moved, we got part of another chapter for the Kids for Christ, and those guys ended up becoming like my best friends growing up. So I didn't have a hard time making friends when it came to you kids are forced you kids are forced to hang out once a month. Oh yeah, it was a once a month thing, by the way, too. So every month, I believe it was like the first Sunday of the month, we would go to Chicago or wherever the rec center or gymnasium that we had to hold these I forget what they called them, not conferences, whatever, but
event?
Like a get together, like a get together,
congregation.
Sure. We would pray, we would sing, and then we would eat, and then the eat and hang out. That's where I would be able to hang out with my friends, and I just remember like they would come by, like these kids. They were also first generation American Filipinos. The only thing is that their parents wasn't as stingy with money as my mom was. So I definitely got a lot of FOMO when it came to those once a month Christian stuff where we would be talking Pokemon the same way with all those guys, with all those kids, but all of a sudden there's a kid over there with like the Sega, like the Pocket, whatever, the Game Gear, yeah. So they'd have a Game Gear. So like everybody had a Game Boy, but this one kid would have a Game Gear. and they would be playing Sonic on this fucking beautiful looking screen. Like it was really bright, and then like they would be able to play for maybe 15 minutes, and then then it would be dead, and they had to get new, and then they'd have to bother their parents so they could get more
8
batteries.
new double A's.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole point was that I remember somebody coming in with one of those Game Gear, or not Game Gears, the Nintendo Powers, like those magazines.
Yeah.
And like I just remember like we would all be crowded around the one kid who would bring in those magazines once a month, and we would crowd around them and just read whatever they were reading about. And you know, obviously the biggest thing at the time was Pokemon, so we're all just like, what's the new Pokemon news? What's here? Oh, they're releasing a new Pokemon next year. Oh shit. And that was like when Silver and Gold, I believe,
Yeah.
came out.
Gold.
Yeah, so it was one of those things where, you know, I had like two worlds, one with my school and then one with the Kids for Christ, the KFC. It was, well, our little things, the KFC. And unfortunately with that group, you know, I was really good friends with them until they ended up having to split the chapter because we were getting the Chicago chapter ended up getting really big, and so we had to do Chicago chapter and then the suburbs chapter, and then all of my friends were in the Chicago one, and then I was with all the suburbs. Yep.
Lame.
Like literally all of my every single one of my friends that
was a Chicago one.
Yeah, they like all the ones that I had my birthday parties with. We would go bowling, you know, we would celebrate each other's birthday. I would sometimes have sleepovers at their house in Chicago. All of a sudden they're like, now they're gone. And then unfortunately it like we ended up just drifting apart from there.
Okay.
And they became more sorry, I hate to say this, but they became more of a typical, not typical, I don't want to say typical, but like basic Filipino, if that's like, you know, there's like basic white girls, there's basic Filipinos.
Okay.
Where they are nurses and they are functional alcoholics. No, I hate to say that. No. No, I had to say that, but it's just that life was so stressful, man. Like at least like looking at families that grew up with the same type of lifestyle where their schedule was fucking all over the place. Your mom was a nurse, right?
Yeah, she was a nurse for a long time, especially when she was studying.
Yeah, the schedule is like all over the place, right?
Yeah. She was all over, mostly nights, because during the week, my dad and mom basically flip flopped. It's like there was like a good chunk at night where both of them would be home, and like when my mom's coming home, there'd be like a couple hour gap, like where they'd both be there, and then my dad would go to the work in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like it was, until the weekend when they both didn't have to work. That was the best. Because I would get both of them. But during the week, it was like, hey, oh yeah, God.
Your mom didn't have to work weekends?
No.
As a nurse? That's surprising.
As a nurse, yeah.
That's fucking surprising.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But she did studying for school. For the longest time, she wanted to be in the EMT, which she ended up getting into. I think her main goal was pharmacy, but she didn't get into that till recently. Like she just.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Us
Not
kids
like,
ruined
like
her studies, I think.
Pharmacy, there's a difference though, like pharmacy and pharmaceuticals, right? Like
Yep.
Pharmaceuticals is like selling that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only mentioning like the scheduling of nurses because growing up I had like I said, typical, I keep saying typical, but like regular Filipino families, because the only way that the reason why a lot of the Filipino families are nurses or in the medical field is because like back in the 70s or 80s, that was the main way to come to the States was being a nurse.
I didn't know that. Okay.
There was a shortage of nurses in America. And so they were literally like paying people to come from whatever country to come to the States to be a nurse. And in abundance, the Philippines is a lot of nurses, and so they all immigrate. That was the way they kind of like immigrated to the States. And so, like a lot of families, they stayed in that field. And as a kid growing up, you would see that your parents they had a very stable life, if not a little stressful, a little erratic with their scheduling.
Yep.
And so they kind of went into the same field. My parents, same thing. They came here as nurses, but then they shifted out of that. They're not nurses anymore.
Okay.
But they shifted out of that, and oh, look who it is!
You got muffins? Mm.
Hi, Link. Oh, look at your haircut, bud.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Hi, Link. Oh,
This-
hi,
See,
Link.
wave. He's waving. Wave to him. There you go. Good job, buddy.
We should put in like a big thing. Link interjection. Like Link appeared. Or Link appeared.
Yeah. But yeah, like my mom's scheduling wasn't that big of a deal. She still came to most of the things. Like,
Yeah.
Um,
but like, yeah, I was gonna. Sorry, another tangent.
he's still
But
waving.
another tangent. But I would see my friends' parents. Like sometimes I'd be over at their house, and the parents wouldn't be home. Like they were working, and my friend was like, "Yeah, you want to play some video games? You want to like ride bikes and shit like that?" I'm like,
Yeah.
but we need an adult, dude.
Yeah.
What if something happens to us?
Yeah. Dude, I babysat from a young age. Like I was 8 years old when I babysat my brother.
Yeah. Were you prepared for that? Like,
Yeah.
Your parents told you what to do in emergencies and shit like that?
Yep.
That wasn't me.
We survived a tornado, so we were good.
What?
Yeah.
I think I was like 13 when my parents trusted me to babysit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Watch this. Link, can I have some?
Link looks completely different with his haircut. Holy shit.
Wait, can I have some? Can I try it now?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Big. All right. Well, honestly though, I know Link's here, but it's kind of like a transition to it. But we have an hour.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, we
I can do this all day.
It's so yeah. You like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Just like reminiscing, and then we
Shooting
can.
shit.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about just like growing up, and that's like one little subject. It's like really easy to transition from one subject to the other with you. It's nice. Nick, hello. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
He can hear you. Say something. Or just wave to him. You remember Tim, right?
Yeah, you remember me?
No, you can't. He's trying to talk to you on the screen.
Yeah.
You talk into this. Tell him. Deepo. Uh-oh. You keep dropping your muffin. You should probably finish that off.
Give him the headset. Maybe if he hears my voice. Hi, Link. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hello. Oh, nope, he doesn't like it.
I don't think he understands it yet.
I thought he might connect it if he saw my voice and my actions. That's all good. Yeah. Let's see what time we have on this, and we can figure it out from there.
Yeah. No, that'll mute it.
He's gonna
Don't touch
mute
it.
your mic.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, that's gonna be our first episode. Hopefully, you guys liked it, and he turned it off. We'll catch you guys. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Love you guys. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys the same. I'll give you guys we should give them the same like outro that we do for the stream. Like, love you guys. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you guys next time.
Catch you guys next. Oh, yo.
Come on, Link. Give us one. Give us an outro.
Beto. Can you hear that?
A little bit.
Okay. Beto. Beto.
Oh. You really almost turned that off.
Yeah. Well, I showed him how to
Look at him.
I showed him how to change the Christmas tree lights. Like you can change the different. Yep, he loves it.
It's because the light keeps turning on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And plus it transitions. Like you have your mic transition like pretty quick. Look at him. Is he just staring at it? Oh, look.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's getting your brow.
Is he?
Yeah, he's getting your brow. I can see it like becoming more. Yeah, wait until those fucking eyebrows come in, dude.
Yeah.
Those thick ass eyebrows come in, dude. That he's gonna be like, yeah, yep, that's my son.
Pito. He finds the best shit funny, and it's always like this morning. We just found out that he thinks it's hilarious when I don't like the food he's trying to give me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Bleh." He thinks he was laughing so hard he was like choking on his food this morning. You trying to give Tim some?
Give me some. Link.
Give him some.
Bleh.
But ew.
Bleh.
What? It's like, oh,
Oh.
stinky feet.
Uh.
Do you think it's funny to be gross? Yeah, this is a microphone. You talk into it.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm down to do some ship of fools.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, let's go to let's hit up the stream.
Let
me grab some more food and I'll be good to stream until 1. Yeah, you said 1.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll give you a second to